Switching back to growth power, this third button labeled Bill of Material Up is for uploading Bill of Material changes back to growth power. We'll click on that. A dialog box will appear advising us that we're about to make those changes. And we click on OK, and that program takes over and will make part master and bill of material changes that we selected. This usually takes just a couple of moments. The video capture software we're using to make this presentation actually slows things down quite a bit. Makes it a little bit easier for you to see what's going on. In typical operation, these screens would be flying past much faster than you could see them or keep track of what was going on the screen. Once all of the changes have been entered, we'll get a dialog box announcing that fact, and we're finished making those changes. Let's take a look at another example using the where used bill of material capture. Let's say we've got a situation where we have a component, in this case a washer, and we've got to replace that washer with a stronger component. So let's walk through the process how we might do that. By clicking on the where used download button, that prepares us to take a snapshot of a single level where used. Click on OK. The program takes over and will bring us to a place where it's asking us for a part number prompt. In this case, the part in question, the part number is washer 21. Note, by the way, that the program will take lowercase characters and uppercase them for entry into growth power. Now it stops asking us for the revision level. We'll take all revs. And the program takes over and has identified all the bill of material where that specific part number, that washer, is used, and has given us the dialog box indicating that it has found them. We'll click OK and then go over to the Excel spreadsheet. Switching to the Excel spreadsheet, we're going to open the bill of material spreadsheet, import that where used by clicking Alt F8 and import bill of material, select Run. That single level where used is then imported into the spreadsheet. First line tells us this is a single level where used report for a part number, tells you what the part number is, and the date and time the snapshot was taken. Now let's think about this for a moment. What do we need to do? We need to take this group of parts. There are 30 assemblies that use the washer in question. We're going to make a change. So the way we're going to make this change, we're going to put a stop date on this set of bills of material. We do that from the pull down menu, grabbing change, copy that all the way down and paste it. So now we're going to go over to the stop date, put in a stop date of 210. We'll copy that all the way to the bottom. We're going to go over here to the comment field, and let's just put in a comment. Replaced washer. We can copy and paste that down. Go back over here. Now we want to accomplish the addition of a line revision for the new part. So we'll copy this set of rows down here, paste, copy it, he said. We'll come down and make an add to those rows. Change the part number from 21 to 22. And now we need to enter a line revision for this particular part, for the new washer. Growth power doesn't have any function in itself for incrementing a line revision. So we could manually go and look these up and put in the appropriate line revision for each one of them. Or we could put a plus sign here indicating we're going to increment the revision by 1, Copy and paste that all the way to the bottom. And we're going to take this stop date, which we don't need, and we're going to put in a start date to 11, typically 1 day. The start date typically is 1 day after the stop date. And we have the bill of material changes identified. Now we are of course changing these top levels, and so perhaps we want to increment the revision of the top levels and place a comment on the part masters involved indicating that we've made a change. So I just highlighted those. We're going to copy those, come over to the part master tab, paste those into the part number field. From the pull down, grab the change pull down, copy that for all of them. Now, just like we did with the part revision, we could look these up and manually increment the part revision by 1, or new functionality right here available only in this spreadsheet is copy and paste that for all of the parts in question. Now let's think about what we've done here for a second. We've set up the spreadsheet to make 30 revision changes to the part master. We've set up 30 changes to the original line revision, and we've set up adding a stop date and a comment, and added 30 line revisions that adding a new line with a start date and a comment. How long would it take you to set that up or to actually perform that data entry in Growth Power? We've done that here in just a couple of minutes, and most of that has been my explaining how it works and what we're doing. When we're ready to upload that to Growth Power, open the macro menu, select Upload, and click Run. Just like in the previous example, these changes, and there's 90 of them, 30 bill additions. Now we'll switch over to the Growth Power window. We'll go back up to the Upload button that we used a few moments ago. Click on Upload. We'll get the dialog box that advises us that we're about to do an upload, and click OK. The program takes off and is going to grab all of those changes. Here are the part master changes. Notice that the revisions are being incremented one at a time. I didn't know what they were in the spreadsheet when I put that plus sign in the revision field. This program is figuring out what this revision is and is incrementing it by 1, and that'll work with both an alpha and a numeric. And it will go in a few minutes. We'll go over to all the bill of material changes that we made. Now, we're not going to sit here and watch all of this go by. I know from experience that these 30 part master changes and the 60 bill of material changes that we set up are going to take anywhere from 3 to 6 minutes to process. Could be longer, could be shorter, depending upon the speed of your system, the speed of your network, the horsepower of your PC, the horsepower of your HP, a number of factors. Suffice it to say, it's going to be a whole lot faster than if you were sitting here at the keyboard making all of these changes. And you have a record in your spreadsheet of what you did and the changes that you made, and if necessary, the ability to come back and undo some of those changes if you needed to.